Let's now talk about why an agent based on a large language model is not enough. Why do most chatbots fail? Because they only repeat pre-written responses and cannot take real action. So they cannot call an API or place an order. They do not remember the conversation in sequence. They can break down even with the simplest input. We developed VoltAgent precisely to solve these problems. Tools are actually functions that allow agents to interact with the outside world. For example, calling an API, writing to a database, or initiating a real transaction. Now let's define a tool for our agent. For example, a tool that retrieves weather information. We define a tool in VoltAgent using the createTool function. So here we actually define what it does. We write and specify which inputs it should take. We do this with Zod. Here we're basically simulating a real action, kind of like making an API call. It's just a regular JavaScript function, so you can write whatever logic you want, and it supports async too. Whatever value this tool returns will be passed back to the LLM to process and respond. Then we pass this tool to the agent function we defined earlier. When we select the tool and return to the console, we see that the getWeather tool is now activated here. But let's test the function. Now let's test our tool inside the VoltOps playground. It's fully integrated, so we can just ask something like, "What's the weather in New York?" It triggers the tool, runs it, completes, and we get back the value we defined. Inside the chat playground, you can see both tool events and agent events all in one place. It's super handy during development. You can quickly check the tool's inputs and outputs, how long things took, and get a clear picture of what's happening under the hood. This way, we're building agents that don't just chat, they actually get things done using tools with super easy steps and no boilerplate code. We started with a basic agent, added a tool, and made it capable of interacting with the outside world. Next up, we'll enable memory so it can remember conversations, and just like that, we'll have a production-ready, powerful AI agent.